Hello everyone, I am Neaxionaka, and welcome back to my PvP match with Lilla, my second character I've gotten through 120. So this is the main PvP builds that she has. She's the most meta character I have, or one of them, one of them I guess, kind of. I mean, I say that mostly just because she has Kaioken times 4. So I picked her aesthetic based on, well, her and Johnson, my male human, are both kind of Matrix inspired. Her outfit also is kind of reminiscent of an assassin, just kind of the long overcoat, sunglasses, kind of over the top Hollywood-esque view of Terminator people, which also makes sense for her, given that I consider her to be a cyborg. Specifically a cyborg that was created by the Red Ribbon Army's technology that made similar technology basically that made Super 17. So anyway, I'm on my path to losing this particular fight. So I'm honestly surprised that more key users don't use Faint Shot. It is literally just Faint Crashed, except key-based. I don't know if it's considered meta or not, but I do really like Revenge Final Flash. It's one of my favorite moves in this game. And it fits her aesthetic. So yeah, me jumping around like that, I'm just mimicking people who do that to me all the time whenever they start losing. But whatever, it's done. At least it will be in a moment. First I tried cold firing that and I failed, and of course I died as soon as I had a moment. Before I could mount any kind of reaction, but whatever. So Lilla's outfits I've actually changed around quite a bit since I made this video. Although not her PvP set. I can't remember. I might have changed a few things about her uniform. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. I mean, she still has the overcoat and the sunglasses. And I'll get to her main preset probably in a few moments. So one of the reasons I decided to go back and remake all these characters was just so I would have an excuse to basically just kind of go back and try to relearn their combos, because that's kind of a thing I struggled with my old computer. It was just too much of a potato for me for anything to work. So like, so what that means is just that, I mean, it was a laptop with integrated graphics. 8 gigabytes of RAM. This computer, however, is an absolute beast and can handle whatever I throw at it. I don't think I even own any games that would put a challenge to it currently. I don't really do AAA. The most AAA game I have is Tomb Raider Shadow, which is probably a game I'll put on at some point in time. But anyway. Let's see who knows all about that kind of thing. The tracking on that is surprisingly good, not good enough. So anyway, as I was saying, one of the things I'd had trouble with is just the fact that I could be put in a combo, but I could never escape except without expending stamina. And in retrospect, I think that had more to do with like frame rate issues, because this game seems to be dependent on frame rate. Like I fought people that I know you can see has a lower frame rate than I do, because their entire character just moves a little bit slower. mine does. So you can really tell who has their frame rate unlocked. I keep mine at 60, so that automatically puts me at a disadvantage to anyone who has a good computer and keeps it unvariable. So, I mean, there are issues with, like, gameplay. Some skills don't necessarily work as well, especially skills that require you to, like, hold down a button or do multiple button presses and things like that, but nothing major. So a lot of people who do ranked will keep their frame rate on variable to have that advantage to it. But I see what I mean about ×4 Kamehameha being meta. Or at least you would have if you saw my last video. Anyway, as I was saying, ×4 Kamehameha is just one of those skills that everyone seems to have in ranks. That and Soaring Fist. And a small handful of other skills. So this is my other preset of her. This actually has, this is also my Ultra Instinct preset, which is not great for PvP, but you can tell there's issues with lag here, because every time I move out of the way, apparently I'm a half second, my hitbox is a half second behind, or some fraction of a second. And I keep going into these stupid clashes. And I keep getting sucked into attacks. One thing that surprises me, though, is how often people will pick Masenko over Menacing Flare. Because honestly, Menacing Flare just seems like the better version of Masenko to me, honestly. Really trying to land that jump spike on her. So I did change the main outfit of this preset of the character, but I did move that, I think, to one of the PvE presets I have. So yeah, and my issues with lag would probably be helped a lot better if I was able to connect with my router directly, but the setup of my house is just not going to allow me to do that right now. Unless you expend a lot of ki, that's not really... Meteor Crash does not really eat you a lot of stamina the way some other things do. Of course, it's nice to have charge key wave on some presets. Because, as you can see, he's not recovering stamina sitting there charging up, and he's definitely not going to recover it very fast with a Super Saiyan 3. Lag is too terrible. Hell, because I can actually escape some of these combos, although for some reason again. Oh, there I go. So yeah, I think that's about the only way to effectively use Ultra Instinct in this game. There are very, at least in PvP, is to try to figure out how to activate it where you have enough time to actually activate it, where it's actually used as evasive. So, but if like if they do a dash at you and you have just enough time to flip Ultra Instinct on, and they're essentially forced to hit you during its activation phase, where you can go in and do the retaliatory strike from it. But if you give them a chance, it's a very, very easy way to stamina break you. Someone's trying to call me, but it's not a good time right now. So I'm not really sure what issue I had at this point in time. I know that for certain videos I've had controller issues as well. I get my controllers cheap from Temu because it seems like no matter where else I buy them from, they break down just as fast, so there's no sense in putting any money into it. So anyway, not that as well. So yeah, paint shot. Honestly, I really like that move. It's slightly, honestly, I think it's safer than paint crash, just because you're not necessarily right in front of your opponent. That's unfortunate. I wonder if these PvP fights are against this person specifically. So, yeah. I wish he went out of Super Saiyan, because that's not really doing him any favors. I was expecting him to attack me at that point, and then Super Saiyan again. For some reason, I momentarily forgot that I had already stamina. I don't know why you sat there and did that. Okay. Good job. Same person? Oh, different one. So it's an interesting character design. I definitely like the coloration and the matching. Wait for me for seconds. Let's see. Lag there. Right. Okay, that was dumb. Though I suppose it was more or less because, like, a lot of times when I get attacked like that, it's because I try to perfect block something that I shouldn't. That's great. So I assume why I'm still getting attacked in combos when I should have been able to move out of the way, but whatever, skill issue. Come on, are you going to finish the work? One thing I've never understood whenever I just kind of give up and let people win is that they'll just thrash me until I'm down to my last bit of health and then just stop. And it's like, why? You already won. What point is there going to be to me to continue? Try to fight back now. You're just one punch. It's just because it's safety. So this is a match where I remembered I have handy cannon on this preset. Still haven't quite mastered stamina poison though. Oh yes, that's another one people love to use, is that one. What is it? Raid Blast? Raid something. Just because you can kind of cold fire it, it'll immediately teleport and then lock you into an attack animation. So people love to spam it. Because it's one of those I got you skills where if you're not exactly paying attention, it'll kill you. Similar to Beast, Super Beast Cannon, Special Beast Cannon. Just hide over here. Interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing. Or sometimes if lag is bad enough, it'll catch you even when you've moved out of the way, just because your hitbox is apparently a certain amount of time behind where you've actually moved. See, I have my methods of cutting through cloud as well. And done and done. Some people in Gogeta. Honestly, don't know why. Do I even still have backflip on this character? I think I moved it. It's one of those skills that everyone apparently uses, but I never quite figured out how to use properly. Really? I'm guessing he had a different skill he wanted to go for, but ended up going for Prominence Flash instead. In any case, nope, still alive. Tried to go for Raid Blast again, but nope. Gogeta again? Nope. These two? I mean, of course it is. The only transformation with that kind of aura. Ouch. That's another one that if you're not paying attention, it'll catch you off guard. And I wasn't paying attention. And I guess that's it. Well, that was fun. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Take care, and see you next time.